I hope you're doing well today. So I've been painting palettes I think since 2015, and I've used up a couple of palettes since then, and I feel like I haven't gotten a ton of use out of my eyeshadows that I wasn't using during that time, and lately I have found a good way to use up my eyeshadow that I'm still playing with other makeup. When I was painting a palette and painting singles this year, I was wearing my Pan That palette shadows to work, and then I would play with eyeshadow on the weekends. But I still have other eyeshadows I wasn't using all year, so I really wanted to do something different with my Pan That palette this year, and I finally figured out what I want to do. So for my Pan That palette this year, I'm going to be focusing on hitting pan on all of these eyeshadows that are in my Z palette currently. Here's what it looks like. So as you can see, I have hit pan on a couple shades. I recently hit pan on Liar Liar and Bel Air from Colourpop, and I will swatch all of these colors as well, and then I have hit pan on Fairy Tale from Too Faced as well. I'm going to go through the eyeshadows and let you know the colors and what brands they are from. So first I have these three right here. These are from the Too Faced Natural Love palette that I did depot. Fairy Tale right here is also from that palette. So here the first one is the gold, and that is Honey Pot. Love Bug is that purpley shade, that kind of champagne-y gold kind of taupey color. It's a weird color, but it's really pretty. That is Moonbeam, and I actually used that on my friend's lid on her wedding day. And then this is Fairy Tale from Too Faced. I'm going to go off camera and swatch these for you and let you know what they look like. So these are definitely not the best swatches in the world, but from left to right we have Honey Pot, Love Bug, Moonbeam, and Fairy Tale. So Fairy Tale is like a kind of powdery glittery shade. It is very chunky. I personally like to use this on my lid and on my inner corner. I think it's really pretty. I have not played with Love Bug all that much. I have used Moonbeam on my lid, and then I also love to use Honey Pot on my lid. So those are the four Too Faced shadows in the palette, and so far I definitely want to use up the Fairy Tale shade, which has the most pan on it, which is this one, and then on the rest of them I just want to hit pan on them. Next, I have one of my favorite eyeshadows, and this is Pink Champagne from Anastasia. The name of it is pretty accurate. It is a pinky champagne color, and it's very metallic, and I do have a little bit of a dip in here, not huge. I've used up a little pan of this in the Self-Made palette before, but I haven't made too much progress on this eyeshadow. So here it is swatched out. It's really, really pretty, and I love this shade for cool toned looks or pinky looks. I think it's gorgeous, and I just want to make some more progress on this one. I definitely want to try to hit pan on this one. I don't know if I can use this up this year, but once we go throughout the year, I will kind of reevaluate my goals for this palette and these single eyeshadows, but I definitely want to get some more use out of this one. And then the other four eyeshadows in this palette are all from Colourpop. So the one that is that duochrome shade, that bluey green, is Glass Bowl. Then this pinky champagne shade is Liar Liar. This one is Bel Air. And then this one, I believe, is Lil Boat. Here are swatches of the colors. So from left to right, there is Glass Bowl, which is that duochrome shade, super pretty. There is Liar Liar. Bel Air is that lighter brown, and then Lil Boat is that darker brown. And again, these Colourpop ones are all larger singles, so I have already hit pan on Liar Liar and Bel Air, these two shades right here. And I just want to see if I can possibly finish Liar Liar this year, and also see if I can finish Bel Air. I would like to hit pan on Lil Boat, which is that dark brown, and then for Glass Bowl, which I believe is down here, I want to hit pan on this one as well. I don't really see myself finishing all these eyeshadows just because a lot of them are the larger singles like that. But I do want to get use out of them and hit pan on all of them, and maybe next year, the ones that are left, I will try to finish them up. I'm not really sure, but I did just want to change up my Pan That palette this year because I feel like I was neglecting some of my eyeshadows, and while it feels good to use up eyeshadows, I feel like I can just use my palettes more and get more use out of all of them consistently as opposed to just focusing on one palette for the year. So like I said, goals for this one is just to hit pan on everything and possibly finish up some. So let's go over goals for the next month. For the next month, I really want to focus on some of these Too Faced shadows. So I really want to try to finish half of what's left of Fairy Tale, which is that glittery kind of chunky shade right there. And then I want to try to hit pan on Honey Pot, and I think I can do that. And then for Bel Air and Liar Liar, I really just want to expand the pan on them, and then I want to try to make a bigger dip in all the other colors. Specifically, I want to make a larger dip in Lil Boat because I feel like the golds can really pair well together, and I'm still going to use the other colors in this palette, but those are the colors that I really just want to focus on in the next month. And then like I said, I wanted to be using my other eyeshadows too, so I'm going to be introducing a new project on my channel, and this is going to be Project Pan Porn. This was started by LS, and you guys should definitely check her out. She does a ton of different videos. videos, especially panning, and she's recently been doing some awesome get ready with me, so definitely check her out. But my palette that I want to focus on for the next month or so, I think I might just kind of rotate these out whenever I feel like it. I want to be using the Colourpop Yes Please palette, and it has these 12 warm tone eyeshadows in this palette. Here's what it looks like. I actually used this palette for my eye look today. I used this gorgeous kind of reddy shade all over my lid, and that is in the shade Belang. This is gorgeous. Here's a swatch of it on my finger. It's a nice fiery kind of coppery red color. I think it is so, so pretty, and I have that all over my lid. And then for my transition shade, I used the shade Big Cocktails and Champs mixed together and just kind of made like a orangey red kind of transition shade. And then I love using this shade, and this is Note to Self, which is just kind of like a mid-tone brown shade. And that darker brown right here is French Kissed. I use that on my outer corner. So I did my entire eye look aside from my inner corner highlight and my brow bone highlight for my eye look today, and I do like it. I'm still kind of testing it out. There are a couple shades in here that I feel like don't perform the best on my eyes without a setting spray, and one of them is Butter Cake, which is that awesome gold, which is one of my favorite shades in the palette, and that's kind of what drew me into the palette. And then also the shade, I think it is Louis, which is that kind of shimmery orangey red shade. Here are swatches of them. So Louis is that shade right here. Butter Cake is that gold, and then again there is that Bling shade that I have on my lid today, and they look really pretty in a swatch, but I feel like the brush just kind of throws some powder everywhere, especially with the Butter Cake shade, that gold. So I think I just need to play with this palette a little bit more. I don't think I love it as much as everyone else does. I do feel like the mattes are amazing in this palette. I feel like Colourpop really shines with their mattes, and their shimmers are hit and miss. I feel like they look nice with a little bit of work, some of the shades, and then some of the shades like Bling apply really nicely to the lid. So this is my starting point for this part of my Project Pan Porn for my Yes Please palette. There you have it, guys. This is my Pan That Palette intro for 2018, as well as my Project Pan Porn intro, and I will be throwing in other palettes and singles throughout the year if I buy some more. I did buy the Dream Street palette from Colourpop, the Kathleen Lights collab, and I'm pretty sure I'm going to keep it. I might throw it into a giveaway, not really sure yet. My friend did get me a Colourpop palette for Christmas, I'm pretty sure, and I will be seeing which one that is tomorrow when I give her her gift. So I probably will have some more palettes coming in throughout the year, but I've been really enjoying testing other eyeshadows, and I have gotten some palettes throughout this year, but I feel like I've gotten a little bit of use out of them because I've found a way to pan my eyeshadows that I like. I hope I'm not disappointing you guys where I'm not panning a full palette this year and trying to use up every single eyeshadow in the palette. I think I will finish some eyeshadows throughout next year. Not as many as I normally would because a lot of my eyeshadows are new now because I have finished up my older eyeshadows. Thanks so much for watching and supporting my channel over the years, or if you're a new subscriber, hi, my name is Courtney and I do a lot of project panning videos, sometimes get ready with me's, empties, and hauls. I really appreciate you watching this video, and please subscribe if you haven't already, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Talk to you later. Bye.